Everyone, my name is Ahmad Sison. My course is BSIT second year. So the subject is data structure, and the topic today I discussing is hashing in data structure. This is the example of hashing data structure. This is the columns of hashing tables where we put inputs, values, and hash function hash keys. So let's explain this. Hashing is an agreement of data to manage, identify uniquely hash functions, hash table hashing, rehashing, consistent hashing, hash ring are the various terms which we need to be learned. In order to implement hashing effectively, today we are going to discuss each one of those with different examples. We will check problems of rehashing, challenges in distributed hash tables, and solutions. Hashing in data structure is a technique that used to uniquely identify a selected object from a collection of comparable objects. Hashing is a circularly agreement which is meant to use a special function called the hash function, which is employed to map a given value with a specific key for faster access of elements. The efficiency of hash function further decides the efficiency of mapping. This is the table of contents. Hashing algorithm example: hash function, hash tables, hashing, rehashing, hash table at scale, distributed hash table, distributed hash tables and rehashing problems, consistent hashing, hash ring, how consistent hashing works. Add a new server to the hash ring, removing a machine from the ring, non-uniform execution keys. Hashing algorithm example: you suppose you want to store a large set of objects, image, Facebook post as an example. You want to assign a unique key to every object, so you can search it directly. You can use a basic array data type where the sequences number can be key, a link with the unique post. The problem here would be scaling. If your array size grows too big at some stage, long keys could not be used for index. This is the point where you need to start using hashing data structure. In hashing data structure with the help of hash functions, the large keys are easily converted to small keys. The objects are stored using those keys in the data structure. This is called a hash table. The motive of hashing data structure is to uniformly distributed entire key value pairs. Across the storage, every object is assigned a unique key, which is basically a hash key. By using this hash key, you can access the object in 0, 1 complexity. When we search an object using a hash key, the hash table calculates the index entirely, the further the tiers where an object can be present. Hash function. A hash function is a function which is used for mapping the data of a array size to fixed size values. The fixed size values returned by a hash function are called hash values. Hash codes, disguise, or just hashes. The values are accustomed to index a fixed size table called a hash table. The use of hash function to index a hash table to address scattered storage is called hashing. A hash function takes an input as a key which is related to a datum or record accustomed to identify it to the info storage. A retrievable application, the keys could also be fixed like, like a integer, integer, a variable or a variable like sort of a name. In some cases, the keys that don't itself, the output of hash table will be a hash code used for indexing a hash table, holding the information or records. A, a hash function manually performs three functions: convert the variable let keys into fixed let, usually machine word let or less values by minimize them by words or other units, employing a parity preserving operator like add or aux. Shift the bits of the keys in specific order that the result values are uniformly distributed over the key range. Map the key values to the objects. Hash tables. A hash table is basically a data structure which implements a executive array of abstract data type. A structure that maps keys to values. A hash function is used by a hash table to calculate an index, also known as hash code, into arrays of buckets from which the specified values can be found. When the data lookup is required, the keys are hashed and the resulting hash represents where the corresponding value can be found. Hashing is conversion process of a given key into the other converted value. The hash function is called to find the new value consistent with a special logic. The result of a hash function are called hash values or simple a hash. A good hash function has one-way hashing algorithm, which means the hash cannot be converted back to the previous key. Rehashing. The process of recalculating the hash of already stored data key value pairs and to migrate those to other bigger size hash space when their hold is crossed. Reach is called rehashing. Rehashing of a hash map is performed when the amount of data within the map reaches the utmost threshold value. According to Java specification, 0.75 is the grade ration value for a map and the default intended capacity is 16. Once the amount of tires reaches or crosses 0.75 times the capacity of map, the complexity gets increased. To reduce the complexity, the size of map is double and all exiting entires and hashing again distributed within a new double size. During this case, when the amount of elements is